Yeah, this is Sean with Top Gun Restoration. I got a call yesterday from a couple realtors, prospective buyers of a fourplex, and they were back to back, kind of odd. But it turns out it's a foreclosed fourplex, and it is now on the market, and they're selling it for about half of what it's worth on the market. But obviously, we've got severe mold. I actually had to sign a disclaimer, a mold release, before I came up here to just get the access, the code to the lockbox. So I thought that was pretty interesting. That's the first time I've ever had to sign some sort of a release, and they said it was pretty severe. So I've had a couple people tell me that they didn't think that mold actually grew in Colorado, but obviously, as you can tell, it does grow in Colorado. Though I'm on mold training, all mold needs is a food source and a moisture source, and it will grow in just about any condition. They have found mold in the Antarctic. They found it in Alaska. It doesn't matter. The heat is off in here. It's about 29 degrees outside. It's probably about 15 degrees in here. So obviously it's been cold in here for quite a while, and this mold is still actively growing. Several types of mold here. This black mold here at the bottom, without testing it, I'm 98% sure that that's a Stachybotrys. You see that growing at the bottom level because that's typically, it's wetter. It's where the latent moisture stays, and then as it starts wicking up the walls, you get different types of mold that like different moisture content, things along those lines. So in these severe cases, we do see the Stachybotrys at the bottom, and then different types of mold as it creeps up the wall. I was told this was a severe roof leak. I'm just going to take them for their word. I'm not sure if that's the case or not. One heck of a roof leak. All 4 units are affected. The top 2 units are the worst, and then as you go downstairs, they're not as bad, but still pretty bad. Obviously, in a situation like this, it's you gotta gut it. Anything that has actively growing mold or even dormant mold should be physically removed. When you get to studs and rafters such as these, you can see that there is some mold growth on them. There's different methods. We do use dry ice blasting, and we literally blast the mold off of the 2x4s or the 2x12s or whatever the case may be, and then they're HEPA vacuumed and sealed. So, but in this case, you'd look at removing all the sheetrock doors, jambs, baseboards. Kitchen, obviously, is toast. All the cabinets, fixtures, floor covering would have to come out of vinyl. So, it is pretty involved throughout. So, in this case, we would set up a protocol. I don't know that I would involve a hygienist initially, because we know it's 100% involved. Not really. Don't even really care what kind of mold it is. I'm going to treat it one way and one way only, and that is to physically remove this mold. We would set up negative air machines, exhausting from inside out, trying to pull as much of the contaminated air out of the work area as possible. Since it is 100% affected, would not need to get negative pressure. because we're not worried about cross-contaminating other areas of the structure. Air scrubbers would be put in place for the safety of the workers. Try to keep the spore count as low as possible while we're disturbing the sheetrock. So, pretty interesting. I'm gonna put my tape measure down and get the square footage. Looks like all 4 units are identical, so I can just measure one and then measure the common area and go ahead and get these folks a bid. Apparently there's a lot of interest in it because they already cut the price significantly, and with the mold remediation and all the construction that's going to need to be done, it's pretty competitive price. So, but anyways, mold does grow in Colorado. This is Sean with Top Gun. Thought you guys would enjoy this. We'll see you around soon.